There's no way around it. I'm sorry. Um, you have to know certain things about computer science. It's impossible for you to say, you know what AI is? AI is saying that I am going to build machines that are able to learn on their own. Right? I'm able to build machines that are able to construct their own instructions based on the problem that we want to solve. So at some point in life, you should have gone through the phase of actually giving computers instructions. Not telling them to go and find instructions, but giving them instructions. That way you know how computers behave. You know how to generate these instructions. There are multiple ways you can do this. AI is not just computer science. There are different parts of AI. There are people that use AI tools. There are people that are very good in ChatGPT. They know how to ask questions. Maybe that's what you want to do. Maybe you're the kind of person that gets results from AI tools quickly. Maybe that's the path you want to get in. There are what we call AI engineers or machine learning engineers. Machine learning engineers, they need engineering skill, hence the keyword engineers. You need to be able to know how to talk to the computer, create programs, create code, troubleshoot. There's another set, AI scientists. AI scientists don't necessarily need to know a lot about computers, but they need to be able to speak mathematics and statistics like the back of their head. They need to be able to stay in a place and see mathematical phenomena going around. Like for instance, they're in a place like this, an AI scientist is already thinking about bottleneck, queue theory, how are people going to exit the doors, what are the these are things that you need to be, your brain has to be wired that way. So, there are many entry points to AI based on what you want to do. So choose yourself and say, hey, this is what I want to do, this is where I want to offer value, and this is what I need to learn. But everything about getting into it is tough. We're having the conversation. It's not easy. There are times you will feel like your head has broken. There are times you will feel like there was a day. There was a day I read a book. Everything was mathematical. I read that book. I left my house. I went running. I ran for 10 kilometers that day because it felt like my head was going into overdrive. Nothing is easy. When I came back, I came to look at the maths again. So every entry point is going to be hard, and that's why it's such a difficult field, and that's why they pay well. We're having a conversation. It's no jokes. Cristiano Ronaldo was signed for what? $80 million. An AI scientist last week was signed by Meta, Facebook, for $100 million. That's not his salary. That's the money that they gave it to him to say, hey, please just come and work with us. AI scientists all over the world cannot be jobless. I was at the border I got into the UK border. I was about to get into London. And I got to the border, and somebody else would be scared. Oh, they might not allow me enter. And then when I approached them, I said, oh, Olumide, I gave them my passport. They said, oh, AI. I said, yeah. They said, oh, you should have come yesterday. We had a problem that we were looking for somebody to solve. I said, okay, no problem. I'll drop my number. If you still have that problem tomorrow, it's not solved, or it comes up again and I'm still in the UK, give me a call. Maybe I can help you with it. And it was like, oh, sure thing. Enjoy your stay in the UK. Somebody else would have got into that place and be like, oh my God, they're deporting me back to Nigeria. But you don't get those kinds of skills or those kinds of those access because what you're doing is simple to achieve. It is difficult to achieve. But the one thing you have to do is choose your entry points and then go from there. But it is going to be difficult, but you have to make up your mind to do the work. That's where the value comes from.
Please, let's appreciate Doctor now. Please, can you hear him at the back? Because the rain, so it's affecting the sound, but we'll just manage. So this one is still Dr. Olumide. Oh, but people, they find money. God. He says, sir, how do we use AI to get income nowadays? AI? Oh boy, now I use AI kill us today.
Okay, I know that a lot of people are focused on the money. Maybe I was the one that started it. My friend here said that I was the one that started it by talking about $50,000. Um, so, the one thing I know, you can get income from any field, right? Anyone. You can be in HR today and you will be getting income. I'll give an example. I know somebody who, and this is a true story, just signed a contract for a multinational company that is relocating to Nigeria to be their HR representative, their CPO, Chief People Officer in Nigeria. Her salary per year is $486,000. If you divide it by 12, of course, you know what she gets a month, right? It's all about value, to be honest. But then I'll go back to the AI question. For you to truly get into AI, remove money first. Remove it. At least for 1 year, remove it. Take it out of your mind. I'm not saying you won't make money out of it. Of course you will. But you have to, that cannot be your driving force. Because the field is so difficult. It is difficult to get in. That if you're not making money after 2 months, you'll be wondering why you are suffering this suffering. You'll be wondering, why am I going through what I'm going through? So you have to take out money first and find a different kind of motivation. But I assure you, once you do that, the money will come. That one I know for sure. There is scarcity of AI people all over the world because not many people, we're in a generation where nobody wants to do the work. So the people that actually do the work, they get paid, they're rolling over for them. People are begging and saying, come and do this, come and do that. So you have to take your mind off the money first. Decide what parts of machine learning, AI, data science, data analysis you want to get into. Decide 3 months, 4 months to do the work. Every day. If you're given 3 hours a day, do it. And be consistent. Do it for that 3 months, for that 4 months. Right? And after you've done it, after 4 months, you start to see that you get into a conversation and you're already speaking things, that you never thought that you could speak. That is because all of your learning for the last 3 months, you're starting to see it reflected back. That is when you can get into a conversation with GTB and say, hey, we need to build an AI bank. Where's my brother that wants to build a bank? We need to build an AI bank. And from there, you can then say, hey, this is what we need to do. I can do it for you. Bring 1 billion out of the 200 billion, and we'll do it for you. But it has to come from a place of value. And you just have to commit to do the work. Yeah.
Simi, you have one question here. Dr. Lumide, you have more than 800. You have more than 800 questions. But Simi, thank you. So, this one says, I am very enthusiastic about Forex space. And I was wondering how I can get into that space. Learning online can come as a challenge. So that's it. So, but you get the idea of the question, yeah?
Yeah, I get the idea. So basically for you that want to come into that space, like I have said earlier, the first thing you need to know is that there's a lot of learning to do. And some people know how to learn online, and some people like physically. For me, I think physically is faster, right? Online is difficult. And then everybody's university is YouTube. But the problem with YouTube is that there's no curriculum, so it's not arranged. So you can start understanding SS1 work when you're in GSS1, you understand? So I think that for you that have that mind and you're interested in this, I personally run a hub here in Kano. It's a hub here in Kano where we train people on how to invest. Not just Forex, crypto, commodity, and the likes. So if it's something that you are up to and you think it's something you are interested in, try it. try to see it and you're enthusiastic enough, try to understand, come, have discussions, know how it looks like. And if it's something that you want to do, do it. You understand? So that is basically the answer to that question. Thank you.
Hello? Hello? I have more than 100 papers here. And to be fair, we have overshot our time. Our time was actually 4 p.m. and we have actually exhausted what we should do. However, I've gone through all these questions and it seems like a lot of these questions are for Dr. Olumide. A few of them are for Mr. Simi and also Mr. Stephen Ogundeji. So this is what we'll do. We just made an arrangement now with the convener of this program. We are going to get Mr. Stephen, Dr. Olumide, and Simi, and yes, all of them. We'll get them on a live discussion on Facebook. Please, do you understand? Yes. So please, the page on Facebook is Pearl Conference. Okay, the full name, Purpose, Entrepreneurship and Leadership Conference. Yes. So please, once you just type Purpose, Entrepreneurship, Leadership, it will just appear, you see it. So just follow that page. We are going to make an announcement on the page on when all of these people will be available, and then you can interface with them, ask your questions, and they will answer, because the questions I have here, to be honest, even 7 p.m., 8 will not exhaust them. That's just the truth. We have a lot of questions here, but almost all of them have to do with AI, Forex, and all of those things. So please, if you are following the page, we're going to make an announcement shortly on that page, and then we'll let you know exactly when we're going to host these amazing people online so that we can interface and ask your questions.